All right, awesome. Welcome, you guys, to our little virtual happy hour. We just wanted to pop in with you guys tonight and share more about what we do as coaches, how we got started, share with you guys exactly what it is that we do, how we earn, all the things, just kind of answer your guys' questions and share more about the opportunity, especially right now. This is like the best time ever if you've been thinking about starting a home-based business or adding something for additional income or whatever it may be. Like, now is the best time ever to become a coach, especially right now with this company, because we are exploding. And we had over what was the number? It was insane. It was like 470,000 people log a workout. I'm gonna call. So it's just crazy. Like, now is the best time ever to be joining this business, because people are needing home workouts. They're needing community. They're needing support. And a lot of people are needing an additional way to earn an income right now. So I know I felt extremely blessed to have this right now, to have this community to lean on, these girls, as well as this business for income for myself. Like, nothing has really changed. My business is actually doing even better right now. So if you've been thinking about it, this is definitely the best time. But we're just gonna kind of go through and introduce ourselves, kind of share a piece of like why we personally each decided to start coaching, because it's different for everybody. And we all had different reasons for starting and different fears and all the things. We all started at different places. So I will go ahead and go first. Because Sarah, do you want to pull up the PowerPoint?
Yeah.
Thank you. And we just have a little PowerPoint that we're going to share so that we stay on track, because hashtag we are a team of squirrel brains, and we will get way off topic and distracted if we don't have this. So you can go to the first one. Okay, so my name is Cassidy, if you don't know who I am, and I started this business about 3.5 years ago. And I started this while I was going to school full-time as a college student, and I was working 3 jobs. I had a dog and a boyfriend, so my life was super, super busy, like the queen of busy. I did not have any business adding something else to my plate, but I was a college athlete. I'd been in sports growing up all my life, and so fitness was a big part of my life, growing up playing sports and just being active all the time. Once I got to college and started playing collegiate level sports, then I decided to stop and just focus on school. And I gained a bunch of weight because I was still eating like I was an athlete, even though I wasn't anymore. And that was not working out for me. And so you can see in the picture here, I've had a really big physical transformation, but I just want to say, like, I didn't start coaching when I was already done with the transformation and super fit. I found my coach on, probably like many of you did, on social media. I actually found her in a random Facebook group I was in, and I just was so inspired by her journey. I was inspired by her transformation that she shared. I was inspired by the fact that she was showing up every day, and I started to talk to her and ask about her workout programs and her meal plans. I was like, whatever this girl's doing, it's working for her. I'm tired of feeling like crap, and I need to make a change. So I need to do something. And I had started going to the gym, but I just kind of plateaued and wasn't seeing the results I wanted. So I decided to join her online boot camp. I honestly didn't have very high expectations. I had done like Insanity and P90X back in high school, so I knew that they were hard workouts, but I had never really done the program. And I honestly had no idea that that was even a part of Beachbody or connected to it. So I signed up for the boot camp, and I decided to go all in with the program, but I also decided to become a coach at the same time, because she told me that I could get 25% discount. And I was like, I'm a broke college student, so any way that I can save money, yes, I'm down. So when she told me I could get the discount, and then what happened was I kept watching her on social media and watching her share, not just her showing up for these workouts, but her sharing about this community and how this business had changed her life as well, and how she went from being hundreds of thousands of dollars in student loan debt to paying off all of it, and no longer fighting over finances with her husband, knowing that someday when she brought children into the world, she could be home with them and be present, and not have to pay for somebody to watch them or anything like that. And that really hit home with me. And so I decided, what the heck, if I'm going to start this journey, it's going to give me more accountability if I have to share along the way what I'm doing. It's not about being perfect, but I knew that I'm the kind of person that I will show up for others more than I'll show up for myself. So I knew that if I was forced to share my journey and that people were watching me and counting on me to show up, that I would show up way more than if it was just me doing my own thing. And so that's really the reason I signed up for coaching. It was mostly for myself. And I just thought, I love helping people. I'm passionate about health and fitness. And if I can change my life and maybe inspire a few other people, earn a couple extra $100 a month in the process, then that's just a bonus. So why not? I have nothing to lose. At the very least, I'm going to get in the best shape of my life, make some awesome friends. Like literally, I have nothing to lose. I can have a 30-day money back guarantee. So I just went all in and never looked back. And I ended up in my first year of this business, I ended up matching my corporate salary, leaving that job, and I've been doing this full time since then. And I am so grateful, so blessed, and I can't wait to just continue paying this forward. That's something I'm so passionate about. So I'm going to give it over for you guys to share your story now and kind of why you got started, because I know it's a lot different than my journey.
Who do you want to go first?
You can go first. It doesn't matter.
Okay, I'll go. So my name's Kasara. I live in Alaska, and I am a mom to a 2-year-old little boy. He's almost 2. And I guess, so just like a background on me, I have grown up playing basketball my entire life. I've played, all the way through college, was going to go professional. And, of course, my body was like, nope, that's not a good choice. So I stopped. I coach high school and middle school basketball. I own my own wedding and event business. I just got my master's in secondary education. I have a bachelor's in health and human kinetics, and I do this. So I am like the world's busiest woman. Like if Cassidy's the queen of being busy, I don't even know what I am. I just like a full plate all the time. I'm one of those people. So yeah, I guess when I had my son, Sawyer, basketball ended, I moved home, I met my husband. I was kind of like, I know what I'm doing. My dad was a personal trainer, nutritionist, and bodybuilder. So like I had this background, and I moved home and did the typical, like, I'm a retired athlete. I can still eat whatever I want, but I'm not training for 7 hours a day. So of course it showed on my body, and I gained a lot of weight, and I found out I had a lot of like food allergies and stuff that, I just was not taking care of myself, and I didn't really realize it at the time. So fast forward, let's see, I got married, we had a kid, I ended up gaining a lot of extra weight, and it was just from really eating and kind of like half-assing everything. Like I did not fully put like 100% Kasara into my life, and it was just like little pieces here and there. So Cassidy reached out to me about like a few months. So that picture with me and my son, I was about the time Cassidy reached out to me. So he was almost 1 in that picture. And I, at the time, was doing personal training with another lady, but so I live in the middle of nowhere, and her gym was 45 minutes away. It was $600 for 12 sessions. So it was extremely expensive. It was all about doing cardio, which I hate. And it just did not fit in who I was and what I needed. And so Cassidy reached out to me the first time, and I was like, okay, I'll try it, but I think fully I wasn't ready from postpartum, from having my son, to like fully commit. And I didn't become a coach right away. I was like, I'll try this. I had done P90X before with my dad, hated it. Probably because it was with my dad, but it was just, I don't know, I just didn't dive in 100%. So I stopped. I just didn't do it. I kept watching Cassidy like on Instagram and on Facebook, and kept seeing these awesome results from her and all these great products that she was using. And then, I ended up, my husband had an accident in the summer to where he wasn't working. So at that time, Cassidy reached out to me and was like, hey, I see you're putting in some effort. I was doing my student teaching at the time. He wasn't working. He was staying at home. I was making zero money from student teaching. So she reached out, was like, hey, here's some, you're already working out. You're already doing this on your lunch breaks. Like, why not make a little bit of extra money on the side? And I was like, perfect. At that point, I think the bar program just came out. So I was like, let's do it. Sign me up. It was a great program for me because it leaned and toned me out, but it wasn't super intense. But I had just completely dived in. And at the time, I was already working with my basketball kids and families in my community to kind of create these nutrition and like fitness plans. So this just kind of gave me another avenue to help them because all the work was already done for me. So I ended up losing, with Beachbody, I've lost about 40 pounds, I think. And then beforehand, like total, I've lost 55 pounds. So yeah, pretty cool.
Woo!
And it's
like, hello, sorry, we just needed to take a minute. Like, that is freaking incredible. So
yeah, and
so
it would not have happened like without being able to do it on my own, because I think like what was holding me back was myself. So being able to be like, look, you're going to show up every day for other people and your teammates, and you're going to show up for yourself, and you're going to take care of yourself by putting in good supplements in your body and eating well. Like that was something that I really needed, especially at the time. Like Cassie reached out to me, so it's just perfect, whether it was coincidence or not. But we got brought together, and this has been like the greatest thing that I have added. Even though I add so many things, this is an awesome addition to my life because I get to continue to be healthy. I get to do it for way cheaper than any gym membership in Alaska or where you guys are. I don't have to leave my son. I don't have to find daycare, and I get to earn an income working out. Like for me, that is like the dream. So yeah, that is about it. Bree, you're up.
Go. Sorry. Go sit down. Hey guys, my name's Brianne. I am a single mom, working full time. I'm basically working like 7 to 6. I get up at like 5 in the morning to work out. I get off at 6. I think I just said that. I'm squirrel brain for sure. So basically, I had actually already tried Beachbody before. When I started, I had just had my son. I was in a terrible place mentally, definitely physically. Going through school, I was always smaller built, everything. I was very active. I did cheerleading, dancing, softball for a while, volleyball, all the things. So I was very active. And when I got pregnant, I was like, I'm not going to get big. It's fine. I'm small built, small framed, everything. It's fine. I'll lose all the weight, whatever. Well, I didn't. And I got super down on myself about it and just basically was in a terrible, terrible mental spot. Like, I was actually going through a divorce at the time when Cassidy reached out to me. And she was like, hey, why don't you try this thing out with us? We're fixing to start a new group. And I was like, nah, you're doing Beachbody. I've already tried that before. Like, it didn't work for me. Okay, it didn't work for me because I did not work for me. I didn't get up and do the things. I didn't get up and work on myself. I didn't go in with the accountability groups. Like, I just was like, I'm going to do this on my own and whatever. So I was like, that doesn't work. I've already tried it. She's like, well, just give it another try. Just come on, try it with me and just give it another try. So I did. And I have not looked back ever since. I have lost basically all of my baby weight. I I would personally say that I love my body more now after having my son than I did before. Yeah, like everybody always says, you can go to the gym. I used to love going to the gym. Well, I'm a single mom and I don't have time to go to the gym. So these 30-minute workouts at home are a blessing. It is just an amazing thing that we have with this community that we have, because like you have a bad day, you check in with somebody, they're just gonna lift you up. My son actually works out with me regularly. He's 4 years old. He loves it. He has his own little weights and he likes to use the bands too. Like, it's so fun. We have good time. But basically I just jumped in coaching whenever she said it. I was like, I mean, we'll give it a try. I was like, I'll give it like a month. You know, we get 30-day money back guarantee. I'll give it a month. I'll give it a month. And if I just don't like it and I don't see any results, then I'm going to quit. Just whatever. But I did. And I fell back in love. And I fell in love with this community that this team offers, because we are like so strong. I've never met any of these people. I'm from Mississippi. Like, probably all of y'all are way far away from me. So, yeah, I just fell in love with this team and this community, and it has been one of the best decisions that I've ever made for myself.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing too. I love being reminded of your guys' stories too. It literally like gives me chills. It just reminds me like why it's so important that I show up and continue sharing and inviting people every day to this, because, you know, had I not been brave and put myself out there when I wasn't ready and when I was scared and fearful, you know, these women wouldn't be here today and their life wouldn't be changed. And I can't imagine like where my life would be, but I also can't imagine where, you know, all the people that I've been able to impact, where their lives would be had I not started this and, you know, said yes and went all in. So that's something that I just love hearing. If you want to go to the next slide. Awesome. Okay. You want to take over this one?
Me? Yes.
Yeah. So me or Bree?
Yeah.
Bree.
Okay. So, basically, as a coach, you know, people look at us like, oh, you work out all day, you drink that shake, whatever that thing is. Like, you're just posting on social media, aka, first of all, I am so shy, and that was the scariest thing of my life, was posting on social media. Like, not something I was looking forward to. But, you know, a lot of people think as a coach, you know, you already have to have your dream body, this, and you have to look a certain way, and nobody's going to work with you if you don't look this way or you don't talk this way or anything. And basically what it is you're working on yourself. You're bettering yourself, making yourself the best version of you. We kind of do these everyday things where we basically start off with reading personal development, working out, and drinking our superfood shake, just working on ourselves. And that is like the biggest part of what we do as coaches. It is going off track. Yeah, but we follow this. We work on our own time. I work full time, so I don't always have time to work all day or set hours for my business like Cassidy may. I have to work in pockets of my day. I mean, we basically just, you know, help people get started on their journey the same way that we started. We signed up this certain way. We help somebody else sign up that way. We all benefit from it. They get, you know, you come into our community grows, our community gets stronger, and it just helps so much with your goals and reaching your ideal body and just being your best self. Like, that is your job, is to be your best self and help others be their best selves.
Yeah. And I think, that's what's cool is that literally like the main focus, the main thing that we do as coaches is take care of ourselves. So I always hear from people, well, I couldn't do this because I'm not fit enough yet, or I can't even like commit to my own journey. How could I help others? Or I don't have enough time. There's all these reasons, but really the biggest piece is that you're taking care of yourself first. And then it's you just sharing that journey that inspires other people. It's not you coming in with a 6-pack and, it's you coming in how you are, real and raw, and sharing the journey, because that's what's relatable to people. I started coaching right away when I wasn't at my ideal weight, when I didn't have the freedom I have now. Like, I grown this freedom, I've built this body because of this, and because it forced me to put myself first every single day. So that's what your job is, to take care of yourself. If you want to go to the next one too, it'll kind of go over this a little bit more, but so I mean, essentially we're being proof the product works. So, no different than you're not going to tell your friends to, use this mascara that you hate. Like, you're going to tell them about the things that you love. And that's really all we're doing when we're sharing our journey is, like I said, we're being proof the product works. So we're starting with ourselves. Like, your number one priority. Where do you ever have a job where your number one priority is to take care of yourself? Like, that's your job here. How cool is that? I know when I worked in the corporate field, nobody cared if I was taking care of myself. Nobody cared how I was doing, or mentally or physically or emotionally. It was just show up, get your job done, and go home and get a paycheck. But your job is to literally show up for yourself, be the best possible version of yourself, grow your mindset, work on your nutrition, show up for your workouts, and relieve that stress. That's your job. And just sharing that journey authentically on social media, it's just you sharing, hey, today was really hard. I wasn't really feeling motivated, but I have this amazing community, and seeing them showing up in the morning, getting on and seeing all these other women showing up and logging their workouts really made me, realize I could do this too. And so I pushed play and got it done, even though I didn't feel like it. Like, that's real. That's what people are going to connect to. Or you saying, wow, I started these and I'm starting to feel so good. I shared the other day that I feel confident wearing shorts for the first time in a long time. Like, I didn't used to feel confident wearing shorts, and that was a big deal to me. And so many women reached out and said, wow, I want to do what you're doing because I feel that way. I don't feel confident wearing shorts, and I want to wear shorts. So that's what it's about. It's not about, oh, look at me, I have 6-pack abs. It's just sharing authentically, your journey and what you're going through in the process of bettering yourself, and then inviting other people to come along, because everything is more fun with your friends, right? Like, if you love Taylor Swift and you're going to go to a Taylor Swift concert, you're going to text your best friends and you're going to be like, guys, she's playing here, you got to come with me, right? It's no different. Like, anything that I love in my life, I tell all the people that I love about it, and want them to enjoy it as well. So that's exactly what we're doing here. If you want to go to the next one. And if you guys have any questions, like, feel free to chat them in and we can cover things at the end too. But we're going to try to keep this, with like 10 more minutes and keep it short for you guys. But if you want to take this one.
Okay, so basically, how do we do that? So we have a goal in mind, which is we show up for other people, right? When we show up and we show our progress, it doesn't matter where we start, it's just how we do it. So the first one, and it's probably why you guys are here now, is someone reaches out to you. So a coach, like I'm a coach, I would reach out to someone on Instagram or one of my friends or someone who has been following along and ask them what their fitness goals are. So for me, like, my fitness goals were to lose like my baby weight and to get healthy and to get back in shape. So how that works is we have different, they're different packs. So usually, like, when a new program comes out, so like when the 10 rounds program came out. You have different challenge for a full year. You get access to the new program. Usually there's like an accessory that comes with it. Like with 10 rounds, they're the bands. And then you get, usually it's a nutrition kind of book. Yep, Cassidy has them. It's a nutrition book, kind of just giving you like basics of nutrition that we follow. And then you get a calendar. So you get to mark off what you're doing throughout the program. And then you get either Shakeology, or you get the performance line, or you get both. So I got the bar pack and I got Shakeology. Okay. Step 2 to this whole process. Now you have all your stuff. You have access to the workouts. You have all of, your nutrition and your supplements. Now you share. Okay. So it doesn't really help anyone if you're doing all this work by yourself and then you're like, hey, I got all this great results. So Shakeology is a big part of our nutrition. It's a bunch of superfoods and it keeps you full and it takes away cravings. Okay, if you say that, but nobody sees you drinking Shakeology, they're going to think it's some sort of scam or some kind of hoax. I mean, there's so many things out there now that are not real, but these are real results that people get every single day. So that's why you show them on your social media, Facebook, Instagram, or maybe you just send pictures to your family members. A lot of people are on social media. That's how I do it. That's how Cassidy does it. I know some other people feel more comfortable keeping it a little bit smaller until they're ready. But sharing is a big deal. Okay. And then last, you find people who have the same goals as you, or have, they have similar, they want accountability. Okay. So that means like, if I'm just someone on Instagram, right, I am commenting on your picture, hey, great job, how do I do this? Or even if they just say, good job, that's when you reach out to someone. Okay. So step 1, you commit. Step 2, you show the results. Step 3, you reach out to other people in your community who you want around you. So that doesn't mean you're reaching out to everyone, because if you have someone who just has a negative vibe, that's not someone who I want on my team, right? I want people who are going to help me grow as an individual and grow as a coach and grow as a teammate also. So you send them a share cart, which I think we're going to go over later, maybe, I don't know. But you send them a share cart, okay? And it's basically the same thing how you became a coach. So you ask them, what are your goals, right? Let's say they want to lose 10 pounds, but they want to lean down. They don't want to put on a lot of muscle. Then you use your experience as a customer. Tell them what kind of program you think might be right. If they need more nutrition help, we have nutrition programs, right? You offer shakes. If they need more help with motivation, maybe it's the pre-workout. So you're using everything from what you've done and the results you've gotten and your teammates, right? Your coaches, and you help them find a package that's going to be great for their results.
Yeah.
That's
and
it.
You can go to the next one too, but it's really simple. It's just, start with yourself, getting results, share your journey, tell your friends, and invite them to come along with you. People are also going to start, as you're sharing, people are going to be watching you and people are going to start asking what you're doing. Like that's what happened to me. Started sharing and people are like, whoa, what are you doing? Like you look so good. You look so happy. A week into it, I was feeling and seeing changes. You don't have to wait until you have this massive physical change to start sharing. You're going to start feeling mentally, emotionally better in the first week of you starting these programs and committing. And people are going to notice that if you're sharing it, and notice, what people want is they want confidence and happiness. It's not just about, the physical side in your body. People want to feel good and they want to be happy. And so they're going to see that and they're going to ask you what you're doing. And then it's so simple. You literally just get them set up the same way you did and plug them into our online accountability group, which we lead for you the first month. So you're not having to lead anything. You're not creating workout programs. You're not creating nutrition plans. Everything is done for you. You're just the middleman. You just get to be the cheerleader and the accountability buddy. You get to do the fun part and everything else is done for you. That's what's so cool. So I'm going to go really quickly over this. I'm not going to go super detailed because I want to keep this short, and you'll learn more about all of this when you join our team and get into the training that we have. But essentially everybody wants to know, like, okay, yeah, this sounds great. You know, working out, getting paid to be the best version of myself sounds awesome, but do you actually like earn an income? Do you actually make money? And yes, you do. This is legit. I know that's something I was like, about when I started. And then I realized the opportunity that was possible with this. And like I said, I ended up earning over $1,000 in my first month in this business. Insert like income disclaimer, you know, it depends on your work and skill and effort that you put in, but the opportunity is crazy if you're willing to put in the work. And the thing is that it doesn't take a lot of time. I started while I was working full-time, working 3 jobs, going to school full-time. I built this business in the pockets of my day and matched a $40,000 salary in the first year and a half. Now, does that happen for everybody? No, it depends, you know, what you want out of this. You might not want that. You might just want to have the extra accountability and earn a couple extra $100 a month and get your nails paid for or whatever. Like, that's totally cool too. That's what's cool, is you get to do whatever you want with this business, but just know there's an opportunity to build a 6 to 7 figure business with this if it's something that you want. If you want to be able to replace your income, that's an opportunity as well. So there's a few different ways we earn. You get commission from everything that anytime someone gets signed up, they buy a challenge pack from you or whatever, you get commission for that sale. You also start to earn bonuses the further you get in the company. So when you start to add coaches to your team and it starts duplicating, right? Like, you sign a few people up, you get commission for their order, and then they continue ordering, they continue getting results and falling in love with their journey, then they're going to keep ordering and you're going to keep getting commission. And then with that, they're going to be like, wow, I'm seeing awesome results, I'm loving this. And their friends are going to ask them what they're doing. Then you're going to get them set up as a coach just like you are, and they can start sharing the journey. And then there's a ripple effect and you get to help way more people, because I can only help so many people by myself. But once I brought Kasera, you know, like, I brought these girls in and I'm like, hey, you're getting awesome results, you're loving it, you should help your friends too. Now we get to help way more people. So that's essentially what you do. And as you start doing that, you're going to get earned bonuses. So basically, like, if you were, you know, the department, you had a department at Nordstrom and you were in charge of that department, and your department was like kicking butt and rocking it, then your boss might say, okay, you guys are crushing it, I'm going to give you a bonus. So that's basically what happens. And then they might be like, okay, you're crushing it, I'm going to give you a bonus, and I'm going to give you another department to take over. And now you get to earn in that department as well. So there's just so many different ways that you can earn, but the potential is insane. If you want to go to the next one too, I'll show you guys just some income progressions for you to see what's possible. But here's my friend Maddie. She's another coach that I met through this business. She lives in Arizona as well. We're on totally different teams, but we work together because we just clicked at an event that we were at and realized we had so much in common, and we became like best friends. And now I see her like every single week and we get to work our business together, and it's so cool. But she also started this while she was in college as an athlete, super busy. And you can see here, like, her first month of January was $105. And that was in 2018. And just 2 years later, in January, she made over $1,100. Like, that income progression is insane. But she showed up every single day, put an hour or two into her business while working full time. You know, she's still working full time. She actually just got laid off, which is really unfortunate, but she's so grateful that she has this business, because now it's been able to become her full-time thing and give her the full-time income that she's missing from her normal job right now. But that's what's possible, you know. And then here you have my income progression. In July, my first year, I had made $2,600. Sorry, I'm like super close to the camera because I'm on my phone. It's really small. And then in 2019, 2 years later, $6,000. So that's almost tripled my income in 3 years. Like, you're not going to come in and in the first month make 6 figures, right? But if you're willing to show up and put in the work, an hour or two a day in the pockets of your day when it works for you, and just be consistent in showing up for yourself and sharing that journey with people, it's going to continue to grow over time. And you can build a full-time business with this if that's something you want, or you can have a really awesome supplemental income for your family if that's what you want. So just wanted to show what's kind of possible there. You can go to the next one. So my other favorite way that we earn is trips. So unfortunately, I've already had to cancel 5 trips. Thanks to Corona, like you can go away now, but once this is over, you better bet I'm going to be traveling like a fiend, because that's something I was really missing in my corporate job. Is I didn't want 10 vacation days. I was like, that's not okay with me. I want to travel more. I want to have freedom. I want to be able to take my butt to the beach and be able to work from my phone. I last summer literally worked on the middle of the lake on a floaty. Like, who gets to say they get to do that? That's how cool this is. You can work from anywhere, and you can earn trips fully paid for. I've earned several trips. Usually I take about 10 trips a year, and most of which are paid for. Now, these aren't all like things you have to go on, but it's so cool that you can earn these trips. Like the one we were supposed to go on earlier in April, it was a trip, or in March was a trip to Punta Cana, the Dominican Republic, at an all-inclusive resort, fully paid for a week, and you get to bring a guest just for doing your job and helping people. Like, how freaking cool is that? And it's so cool to get to go to these events and meet up with all these other people, like-minded, pushing to grow, pushing to be better, and strive for bigger things in life. It just gives you so much purpose and so much passion and excitement for your future, and it really builds the most amazing connections. Like, I can honestly say most all of my best friends today I've met through this business, and I honestly don't know like who I'd be or where my life would be without those people in my life. So I'm super grateful, because I never would have met them if it weren't for coaching and for, you know, these awesome events locally and all over that we get to earn and go to. So that's my other favorite way that we earn, is you can earn trips. Even as a new coach, I earned my first trip fully paid for in the first couple months of my business. So you come in and you can earn the trips right away. You can go to the next one. Sorry, I'm talking fast. I'm just trying to get through everything in a timely manner for you guys and not keep you super late on your Monday, because we appreciate you being here. Is it going to the next one? Okay, cool. So just kind of like who we're looking for. We are looking for somebody that really just wants more out of their life, you know, whether that is in your health and fitness, in your, you know, your personal life, in your job, career, whatever it is, just somebody that wants to bring people together, that wants to be a positive light for people, that wants to help people. Like, you're not going to get anywhere in this business if you're just in it for the income. Like, this is not a get rich quick thing. So if that's what you're looking for, you can sign off now. But you can earn a big income in this business if your heart is in the right place, if you're willing to work hard and show up to inspire and help other people. Like, that's truly what this is. So we're looking for somebody that is willing to show up and get uncomfortable. You know, you're going to have to try new things. You're going to probably be uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable the first time I posted on social media, the first time I invited my friends to do this with me. But that uncomfortability is where the growth comes too. So we're looking for people that are wanting more out of their life. They're not afraid to, you know, get a little bit uncomfortable to grow, and willing to give it the time to make this what they want out of it, you know, and just being coachable. Really, like, that's all it is. We're going to teach you everything that you need to know to be successful. You just have to be willing to be coachable and to listen. Okay, you can go to the next one. And then the training. So we are starting our new coach training on Wednesday. We'll add you to a text thread with the other new coaches. You'll all get started together. You can press play on day one of your program together. We'll start the new coach training together, and we will help you, walk you through those first steps of starting your business and earning back your initial investment in the first month. Like, our goal is to help you earn back that initial investment and more in your first month, and help a few people along the way while you're getting started on your journey, which is so cool. So registration is going to close tomorrow night. So make sure that you do reach out to your coach that invited you if you're wanting to get started, because we're going to start the training on Wednesday. And then again, it's a self-paced thing too. So it's not like you're going to be doing hours of work every day training. It's little short videos, like 5-10 minute videos. That's it. And we'll get you started on a workout program that best fits you. You can go to the next one. And here's the different options for getting started. So essentially you're just going to choose the package that best fits you and then let your coach know which package you want and which flavors. If you already have a package, then you can ignore this. You know, if you've already gotten signed up, you can ignore this slide. But you're going to choose the one that fits you. The basic pack is $160 right now for entire year. All of these are for a whole year's worth of access to all the workout programs, nutrition plans, our accountability groups, everything that you need to get your own results, on top of getting the coaching business for free, which is insane because you cannot start any business for $160 and get your own stuff in the process. Like, that's crazy. Most people invest thousands of dollars to start a business. So that's the base pack. They go up from there, and your coach can send you this again too if you want to look over them and get a better look. If you're already a customer, these are some of the options for you. If you just need to get signed up as a coach and you're already a customer, we can switch you over. Again, your coach can message these to you if you want a better look, and they can help you walk through which package is best for you. Okay, you can go to the last. I think it's the last one. Maybe. Okay, cool.
I just clicked it. Is it not loading?
Yeah, you're good. That's everything that we have for you guys. If you have any questions, you can feel free to unmute yourself or chat them in, and we can answer any questions you have. You can also reach out to the coach that invited you, but we just wanted to make sure that we got you guys all the info, and super, super excited for you guys. I know right now we have so many new coaches joining the team, and it's so exciting. But now is seriously the best time ever. Like, if you've been thinking about it, now's the best time ever, and you have nothing to lose. Like, how many of you dropped $160 at Target on stuff you didn't even need? So investing in yourself, you know, is always the best thing that you can invest in, and you're going to get so much more out of it. Even if, you know, it just is you getting in the best shape of your life, and helping a few people along the way is a bonus, and earning some extra income along the way is a bonus, then, you know, changing your life is the least you're going to get from it, and making some awesome friends. Like, not going to lie, we have a pretty cool team. So thank you guys again so much. I don't see any questions. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording just so that it's not super long.